While artificial Christmas trees are a popular choice during the holidays, many people still come to a place like this to pick out a real balsam fir tree for their homes. But a new study from the University of New Brunswick found climate change could harm these iconic trees.
In the spring of 2018, citizens across New Brunswick started noticing that May, like red-looking trees all on the highways and whatnot. And these dead balsam fir trees, they really stood out. They tended to be like individuals or small clusters of trees. But they were bright red, and so they were standing, all their foliage was intact, but it was very bright red and very noticeable. And so then the question became, well, what's causing this? We found the data to measure this, to see if this was the case. And we attempted to correlate that climate data with where these dead balsam fir trees were occurring. And in fact, the two things lined up very well. Like where the mortality took place was highly correlated with the previous year's warming and drought conditions. So then that led us to the conclusion that, climate is obviously a driver of this mortality.
A New Brunswick without the balsam fir tree would be devastating to the economy, the ecosystem, and to the holiday spirit.
20% of the trees that we have are balsam fir. Over a quarter of our wood supply is from balsam fir. And we export about 2 million balsam fir trees out of the region each year as Christmas trees, so it's an important tree.
But one Christmas tree farmer says nature always finds a way to thrive. Right.
And you can see, these little seedlings. This would probably have been in the ground for about a year or two. And you can see that it looks nice and healthy. It's got a nice leader. And it should, it takes 8 to 12 years to grow a tree. Anything can happen to that tree between now and then. But this is a good start. So once they get about that high, I have to worry less about water because their root systems, although they're shallow, they get deep enough to be able to, withstand any small droughts in the summertime.
Jerry Redmond has been growing trees here for years, and while he's always watching climate trends, he says the balsam is resilient.
They have a beautiful scent. I don't think they have to change that, and grow well in our environment. But in New Brunswick, balsam fir is indigenous to the province. It's been here since probably time began, and mixed with a spruce. So these are species that have been well adapted to the climate, the weather patterns that have happened over the last several hundred years. The research may show that there is, some significant things that are coming down the line. The only really thing that I would, keep alert of is if we do start to see some, significant die-off, then, there's a lot of genetic work being done on different aspects of balsam fir trees. I'm confident that Mother Nature has created, a tree species that is resilient, and that will adapt, like many species of animals and plants adapt to the conditions that they're in, right?